Hello, everyone. Welcome to our very first episode of Wait, what were we talking about? Wait, What Were We Talking About is a podcast where two best friends attempt to discuss literally anything: conspiracy theories, true crime, life experiences, unsolicited advice, but somehow we always end up on a completely different tangent. We're pretty much fueled by caffeine, questionable decision making, and what's probably undiagnosed ADHD. We never know where the conversation's going to go, and neither will you. Getting into it, my name is Ismati.
Well, hello there, Ismati. My name is Kelly.
Oh, hi, Kelly. Nice to
Hi.
meet you.
Nice to meet you. It's like I don't know you.
I feel like we do. Little history about our ideas here. We have been in the talks of creating this podcast for 2 years now.
Yeah.
Kelly, you want to elaborate?
Yeah, of course. So we met, instantly clicked, beautiful people, and we talked about anything and everything. First week I met her, literally started interrogating me, and we were told by multiple sources that we are funny enough to create a podcast. We pushed that aside though because we personal stuff happening. We wanted to focus on other things. And last week specifically, we talked about our first topic that we will be discussing today. And we said we should bite the bullet. After another many sources said you guys should. This is where we're at right now.
Yeah. A little breakdown of how our podcasts are going to go is for our normal episodes, we'll be diving into three topics. One of us will be indulging in two, while the other one has one right in the middle of the podcast. But don't worry, guys. We also have fun little treats for you. We'll go ahead and throw in little mini episodes or deep dives into maybe a true crime case, figuring out why serial killers
Eat cereal.
eat cereal, or why aliens live in the ocean,
Or the Appalachian Mountains.
or
Throwing that out there.
if chickens are actually dinosaurs.
Or any other topic that we are very much in love with.
So hold on tight, guys, because it's going to be a pretty weird ride.
Yeah, it is.
All right, let's get into it. Kelly, go ahead and introduce our first topic today.
Of course. So this week, again, the topic that inspired the pod and that is actually getting the podcast out of the archives are runner ducks and why they are not ducks and what I think they are.
Can you go ahead and give a little, because we are a podcast, not a video podcast, can you give a little description of what runner ducks look like?
Yeah, runner ducks, they are, anyone knows what a duck looks like. They're basically a duck, but they're skinnier, they're smaller, and instead of walking like a regular duck with their chest lower to the ground, they actually hold their chest higher. So they tend to waddle and they do not fly.
Like they look a little human-y.
Kind
like they
of.
walk upright, like when a dog gets on its back two legs, kind of.
Yeah, it's basically what a runner duck is, and that's where they get their names because they look like runners,
We
like
love
people
that.
running.
Okay, what's going on with these runner ducks?
So runner ducks, right? So a little bit of the history on runner ducks. They were discovered in Southeast Asia, specifically Bali, Indonesia, that little part. They were called the penguins of the ducks because of the way they stand and their posture and their walk.
I love me some penguins.
Yeah, they are your favorite animal.
They are.
So these little guys, they were discovered over 2,000 years ago. There's not an exact date, just because records are really bad from back then. And they were just regular people finding them out. So runner ducks are considered a sort of genetic mutation that happened to the mallard duck, which is the OG duck that we see today. The green, the brown.
Okay, just like a classic duck in a pond.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, so it is said that the evolution and the genetic mutation that happened to the ducks is brought upon by human influence and not natural selection.
So we're just out here breeding
them.
ducks.
Yeah.
Wow.
Because of their high egg population and because of the way they walk and because they can't fly away.
That's depressing.
It's really sad. But that is why they're also their temperament very calm, very collected. They are
Aw.
snuggle bugs.
We love that little loving duck.
Yeah, compared to the mallard duck, who are very aggressive and they're assholes.
Would you say the runner ducks are kind of like the ugly duckling in like the duck universe?
The runner duck, I don't think so, because if you think about it, they're more seen upon. They're bred specifically versus the ugly duckling. No one likes the ugly duckling. Versus the runner ducks, people like them because of their egg population.
That makes sense.
Yeah,
That makes
so
sense.
in that case, they would actually be a diamond because there's less of them.
Like in Bridgerton, the
The
diamond,
diamond of the season.
the diamond of the season.
Exactly. That's the runner duck. So now I think runner ducks are flesh pedestrians.
Hmm.
If you guys don't know, let's dive. I need a deep dive on flesh pedestrians first. So, flesh pedestrians are, of course, not actually called flesh pedestrians. That is a term that I heard from Morbid in one of their listener tales. Shout out to Morbid. And the person described him as that because this is a sort of, well, the history of it itself is this is a Navajo folklore.
Okay.
And it is an evil witch who can transform into any animal. Typically, it's seen in a coyote, a bear, any sort of like foresty animal.
So just to confirm here, they are evil entities, not
They are evil entities.
Okay.
That is why you don't want to say their names. Their actual name, scientifically, well, not scientifically, but in the folklore, are skinwalkers.
Thank you for the ASMR there.
Thank you. Just because you are said you can't say their name because you tend to attract anything that you say. So, of course, we don't want to attract the negativity of these men or women or things.
Things.
So,
Beings.
so we don't want to say their name. So, in that case, their name comes from a saying. I'm so sorry because I'm still going to butcher this up. But Yi Nal Dlo Shi.
You're doing great. Mhm.
Sorry, guys. I'm so sorry. I know I butchered that up, but it comes from the Navajo language, and it is he who walks on all fours. Because
Oh.
typically, the animals that they suppress or they act like are animals that walk on all fours.
Oh, okay.
However, there have been instances where they play to be people, especially at the Appalachian Mountains.
Oh.
That's where they tend to be a lot in.
Are we going to dive into some of the Appalachian Mountains or not right now?
Not right now, unfortunately. It's more about them. They're the stars of the show today.
My apologies.
But that future episode, guys, future episode. So these beings do gain their powers from doing something awful or something chaotic, such as offing someone or killing someone.
Oh.
A sort of ritual of some sort that is done to gain this black power that they call. They are the complete opposite of Navajo values. And they're very similar to the Wendigo, which is another mythical being, which I would not be getting into.
You know what? I have heard of those.
Yeah, but they're the same thing. They're just different. They come from different tribes.
Same vibe, different font.
Basically.
Mhm.
So now, with that being said, if you think about it, there are runner ducks, are derivatives from the mallard duck.
Okay.
The mallard duck is very aggressive, and it has been known that they do attack people.
I did not know that ducks were aggressive.
They're highly
you know
aggressive.
I knew that geese. I know geese are aggressive, but I would never expect Donald to be out here biting people.
Donald Duck and Daisy Duck are biting people, basically.
Wow.
And it is to the point where there is actually a whole like step by step as to how to help yourself if a duck ends up biting you or something of that sort, because the bleeding is very profuse.
Oh,
because of their teeth.
They go for blood.
Yeah, so in that case, if you think about it, the mallard duck, potentially, there has no record of this, but we don't have records of every single duck attack that has happened before 2,000 years ago. So if you think about it, what if a mallard duck, I apologize, what if a mallard duck attacked someone and did the chaotic or awful thing, and it turned into a quote-unquote evil witch, which would be the runner duck. Hence, they are flesh pedestrians in that sense, because they're cosplaying to be ducks, if you think about it.
They're like pretending to be ducks.
Uh-huh. And they're snuggly because they're trying to attract you.
That's true
The
because
calmness.
like you said,
Mm-mm.
they ducks have a history of being aggressive.
Yeah. And again, the attacks of a duck in general is not it's not recorded. It's not zero just because it hasn't been recorded.
That's not wrong. You're, you're not wrong on that one.
So in that case, I think runner ducks are flesh pedestrians.
I'm gonna counter you.
You're gonna counter
I'm
me.
gonna counter you on
Counter it.
this one. Could it be possible that runner ducks are aliens pretending
No.
to be ducks? No?
No.
Automatically no.
Automatic no. No, I'm just kidding. Go ahead.
Hear me out.
Hearing.
There have been many, many UFO sightings, right? But like everything stays the same after that.
Okay.
Nothing's
Okay.
really changed, right?
So you think they're changing the ducks?
No. I'm thinking
They
they're
are the
dropping
ducks.
they're dropping these ducks out here.
Like
Like in like those like army movies, like where the soldiers are dropping out of the planes.
okay.
They're doing that, but with the ducks. They're just dropping runner ducks out here.
Interesting. Okay. And they're just not ever taking them. They're just kind of like spies.
Yeah, like you know how we send like the rover to Mars?
Sending runner ducks to
Yeah,
us.
exactly. And they didn't know what like the actual anatomy of a duck was. So they just gave it their best shot. And that's why the runner
That's why they
ducks
walk like that.
exactly.
Oh, do they have like different organs?
I don't know. Have you ever cut open a runner duck, Kelly?
I have not, but fun fact, you can eat runner ducks at a really cheap price. They're actually cheaper than mallard ducks.
You're telling me these weird ducks are not expensive?
They're not, they're actually way cheaper than the mallard duck because they don't fly.
Oh,
They can't run away. Hence, it's easier to catch them so you don't have to pay a hunter that much for them.
That is depressing.
Yeah.
In that case, what if we just make a runner duck sanctuary?
There probably are a couple. There
That's
are a couple.
specifically runner ducks. We don't want
Just
mallard
runner
ducks.
We don't want mallards.
You said they were aggressive.
The probability isn't zero, but the probability doesn't exist. Why are you gonna treat them like the ugly duckling? Are you segregating the ducks?
No, all I'm saying is that we
Buddy.
need specific runner duck sanctuaries.
Okay.
Because you said we breed them for their egg population and everything.
Poor penguins of the ducks.
Poor penguins. Let's just give them. I think they've been through enough in these last 2,000 years.
Yeah, probably.
I think it's time for them to have a little peace.
Just be careful because it might kill you because it's a flesh pedestrian.
Oh, and look, there we go. And then we contain all of them.
How are we going to contain them if we're not there anymore? If they eat us?
We'll make like a high security, max security.
We're going to be whistling at them because apparently that's how you get away from a skinwalker. Although on the Appalachian Mountain, which I'll dive more into, one of the rules is do not whistle. But apparently that's how you ward them off.
That's concerning.
I don't know. That's very contradicting.
But hear me out. If they are alien robots, they're not going to be able to report anything back.
Yeah, what if it's like a transmitter in their brain, just automatically telepathy? They're
just reading our minds?
Yeah, no, like they're sending their info to their people.
Well, yeah, they're aliens. They have that technology.
So you don't think they're going to send info on us to come and find them and help them?
What are they going to do with us? They'd be like, these girls are just out here running a duck sanctuary.
They're doing Men in Black. They're going to make us forget.
Oh, I thought you were saying we were getting recruited to be
I don't think so. I think they're going to make us forget about it. And we're going to be like, why are we in the middle of nowhere with the duck sanctuary and no ducks?
Speaking of Men in Black, you know those cockroaches?
Yeah.
Those, every time I hear Men in Black, it's the first thing that pops into my head.
Cockroaches.
The little cockroach guys just hanging out on the couch.
That's how you want the runner ducks to be? Just hanging out.
Yeah, just chilling, hanging out with the ducks. I don't know. I think they definitely could be alien robots just watching us.
I say, look, I say this is what we do. We get all of them, just throw them at that placements. That's where they're supposed to be. If they're flesh pedestrians, just throw them in there.
You don't think they'd retaliate
We'll just put a dome over it.
like the Simpsons?
Yeah.
The Simpsons
Yeah,
movie.
just contain everything.
Call me crazy. I don't think that went over well in the Simpsons movie.
It's okay. This isn't The Simpsons. We're Earth.
We're Earth. Speaking of Earth,
Mm-hmm.
let's dive into this next topic. I'm pretty excited
Yeah.
about. In this hypothetical situation, we are going to an alien trial
Yeah.
to save planet Earth and humanity as it is, right?
Yeah.
We could only send one person up there to vouch for us or to plead our case. Who are we sending?
Do you want to go first?
I would absolutely love to go first. I am so excited about this. I have been wanting to talk to you about this for like 2 weeks already.
Yeah.
The person I personally will be sending up to vouch for us is Mr. Oh, sorry. Sir David
Yeah. Get it right.
Attenborough. Yes, Sir David Attenborough. You know who he is.
I have done some sort of research at this point. He's the narrator guy.
Yeah.
Really
So
nice soothing voice.
for those of you who might not know too much, David Attenborough is famous for being one of the most well-known narrators in nature documentaries. Um, for example, I think one of the biggest ones he's done is like Planet Earth, like the Planet Earth series. I think that's on
Mhm.
Disney. I'm not sure.
Maybe National Geographic.
Yeah, definitely.
Mhm.
Like he's done so many. He's done so many. Fun fact about our boy David here. He has been the voice of natural history programs and documentaries for the past 70 years.
Oh my god, how old is this man?
He right now he's 98. Or yeah,
Golly.
yeah. Sir David turns 99 on May 8th of this year. He was
Happy
born in
super early
1926.
birthday.
Yeah, happy super early birthday, David, if you're listening. We'd love for you to listen.
Send us a letter, please.
David, 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 please. I think that would be one of my best accomplishments if I were to get a letter from David Attenborough, even if it's like a cease and desist. As long as like his
Oh my god. David's team, make that happen. Give her a cease and desist or something. Something with this man's signature, please.
Hold on.
Please.
As long as I get his signature, maybe a picture of him. Maybe a picture with him.
I don't call me crazy. If you get a cease and desist, I don't think you're gonna get a picture with him or of him.
Maybe I could say I don't know what he looks like. That way they send me the picture. How am I gonna know it's David?
Honestly, give a restriction order at this point.
I would absolutely adore if
Mhm.
David Attenborough were to anything letter, cease and desist, restraining order. I'm not gonna go after him. Hold on. Just something where David Attenborough has acknowledged me would be spectacular.
Okay. David's team, make it happen. Please, Sir David's team, sorry. Make it happen, please.
Send
We
me 14
must have this.
14 letters. Spectacular. Give me 14 of them right now.
Honestly, we'll just, if we could take one or half of one, we'll be fine.
What's half a letter?
It like starts off and then it doesn't finish. That's half the letter.
It's just a draft.
Yes, basically just a draft.
Okay, let's get back to Sir David and why we're sending him up to vouch for us.
Mm-hmm.
So as we know, he's the voice of many nature documentaries. But on top of that, he advocates for some of the most amazing things. He's constantly wanting to restore planetary biodiversity. He's wanting to switch to renewable energy. mitigating climate change, focusing on natural preservation. And I honestly think that's so important, especially like with everything that's going on right now. I think preserving as much as we can and maybe even restoring as much of like nature as we can. I honestly think that's really going to help us out in the long run rather than taking more forests down, you know?
Mm-hmm.
So he has really good views. His only controversy has been that they didn't really want him to speak about climate change because he's saying like corporations have a big thing to play with climate change, and I kind of agree with him here.
How scandalous.
Very
How
scandalous.
scandalous. Smitty, we're gonna get cease and desist not just from David. We're gonna get them from all corporations.
I didn't say which corporation. I just said corporations in general. Yeah, that's his biggest controversy. Just advocating for restoring and preserving the planet. And I think that's very wonderful. I think that's someone who has those morals can definitely go up and speak to the aliens for us, but not only speak to the aliens, but even ask them for help in restoring the earth.
Okay.
Like maybe nature, not earth. I feel like they just wipe us out like the dinosaurs.
They're gonna send another asteroid.
They're the ones that sent the asteroid.
Period.
No, actually, yeah. I think that might be okay. We can dive into that another time.
Yeah. The asteroid.
A little more information about Sir David here. Do you know why I'm calling him Sir David and not Mr. David?
I do not. Can you enlighten me in that aspect?
I would love to. Let me go ahead and explain this to you guys. Sir David Attenborough has been knighted not only once, but twice in his life.
Oh wow.
He is a knight squared.
Oh, so Sir David of Edinburgh
No,
Square.
not of Edinburgh would be where he's from.
Well, technically, he is from that last name.
Well, how do they say like
No, they would probably say wherever
of
he's
house?
born.
Well, I guess it would be like Sir David of House Edinburgh.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, that
See, it
sounds
was just a
right.
word off. Squared.
That sounds like something you'd hear in Game of Thrones. Sir David of House Attenborough. Maybe no. Maybe Bridgerton. Let's go back to Bridgerton. You know how they like announce like the families to introduce them to the queen? If it wasn't the mom presenting them, like if it was the dad, I definitely feel that's how it would go.
I think that's how it's supposed to go.
I could see him being in Bridgerton.
I can also, with his beautiful British accent.
He could help Julie Andrews narrate Bridgerton.
Oh.
Did you know Julie Andrews is the voice of the Mrs. Whistledown?
I did not know that.
Lady
Well, now
Whistledown.
it's going to be Penelope.
Oh yeah, huh? No, it
Mhm.
used to be. It used to be Julie
Andrews.
Andrews. We love her. She's a queen. Literally,
She is
the
actually
Princess Diaries.
Mhm.
Queen of Genova.
I believe so. We
That-
might be butchering it up a little bit, but I think so.
That was a great movie.
Or Geneva.
Geneva. That sounds better.
She's the queen of a mythical land.
She's the queen of our hearts.
Period.
Period.
Eh.
Yeah, so David has been knighted twice, and he's also received the Order of Merit. An Order of Merit is when one is recognized for their distinguished service in the armed forces, in science, art, literature, or promotion of art of culture. On top of all of that, he has 32 honorary degrees from different universities across the world, and he's received over 45 awards.
Golly, David, leave some for us, please.
He is a distinguished gentleman.
Share some.
Pass him over, David. Send it with your cease and desist.
Just a award. It could be the one you don't want. Like the one you don't like. Send it over.
Please Send everything. Send yourself. No, don't send yourself.
No, it's okay. You can stay where you're at.
Just a picture would be cool.
Uh-huh.
A signed picture.
Oh, yes, please. Send two. Now I want one.
We all want a piece of David here. He's great.
Maybe not a piece. Maybe just a picture.
It's just a saying. I'm not saying like I want an actual piece of him.
It's like, because that goes into a different topic which we would not be talking about today.
No. We love David here. We love Sir David. One of my last things here that I have written down would be, oh well, I have two more. Did you know in 2006 he was named the most trusted celebrity in the United Kingdom?
Wow, David, I see you.
People trust him.
I see you, Chief.
I trust him.
I see you, sir.
Sir, not Chief. Get it right.
Sorry, sir.
And just on top of everything, my closing statement is that he's seen so much of the world. He's seen anything and everything. Like the amount of stuff this guy has seen is crazy, and we probably won't see as much as he's seen in his whole life, you know?
Probably not. Be glad to make it to 25.
Exactly. And he's like, I think he's great because he's seen some shit, you know? He's seen some stuff around the world, and I think he could talk to the aliens about what's good and what's bad and what we could do to fix it. And I think he's a good enough guy to where he could even get them to help us out. I think that would be really cool. And that is why I would personally send David Attenborough to vouch for us to the aliens in our alien trial.
Okay. Okay, I didn't think of Sir David in my pitch. I thought of everyone, such as Benedict Cumberbatch, Henry Cavill, some of the sweethearts. But my run-up question is, are we doing dead or alive?
I would prefer live, but let me hop on that really quick. Why is everyone British? Why are we choosing British individuals?
Sorry, but America just doesn't have good ones. I haven't. Well, it's because who do we have? Ye? We're gonna send Ye.
No, I think that's a terrible idea.
We're gonna send Kendrick Lamar with his flare pants.
Well, don't people like Kendrick?
Yeah, let's send him with his flare pants.
What's up with the Kendrick Drake thing? I think who's in favor right now? Kendrick?
I think Kendrick. I think everyone's on Kendrick's side.
Yeah.
Drake's
I wonder how Drake reacted to the whole Super Bowl thing.
I don't think Drake is that popular anymore.
No, I can see that.
I think he might have not retired, but he
was forced into retirement.
Yeah, basically. Anyways, that's besides the point.
Sorry.
I am not sending a British person, and I asked the question of dead or alive because I was originally going to send Steve Irwin.
We love that guy.
Australia's heart.
Rest in peace.
Our sweetheart.
Destroy all the stingrays.
Maybe not all of them. That goes against what he thought of. So
sorry, no, yeah.
Our next runner-up.
The stingrays, just like David Attenborough.
Exactly.
You know what, David? I'm so sorry you had to hear that. I take it back.
Don't send her anything anymore.
Preserve the stingrays. Stingray Sanctuary.
Are you gonna add another one? We already have a runner duck sanctuary.
I love you, David. Don't cancel me.
So I'm gonna say, so we're not gonna send Steve Irwin because obviously,
yeah, he's not.
So we have. I wanted to keep someone in the Irwin family. So we have 3: Terry,
the wife,
Bindi,
okay,
or Robert. And I decided with Robert Irwin.
Okay.
He, at his short age of, I believe right now he is 21.
21?
He is 21. He was born the same year I was.
Oh, wow.
03. So he's still a kid. He's still a kiddo. Yeah. But at his short age, he has a very distinguished achievements. Going back to his first achievement, being in 2009 at the age of 6.
6?
Yeah, he was
what
already...
What did he do, win the spelling bee?
No, he was a winner of a Nickelodeon Kids' Choice Award.
Aww.
Being the biggest greenie. So he's always had a green thumb.
I could see that.
Always being a advocate for anything in nature. Going as far to their hotels has one, the Australia sanctuary / zoo that they have, has a hotel attached to it, but very, very clean and very good. To the point where it has won awards for being the the hot grande global.
You're doing great. You're doing great.
I chose all the hard names,
And
but
that's okay.
They won the 2024 Hot Grande Global Hotel Award, celebrating the passion for the natural world. Not only that, but he has won 2 awards from Prince William himself, the Royal Highness, as he is a global ambassador with the Earthshot Prize. Because he's also a photographer. He's a natural photographer. Nature photographer, sorry.
Okay.
Not only that, but apart, he is in the entertainment industry. He's a photographer. He is also still working at the zoo. He does the same little show that his father used to do with the crocodiles. And not only that, but he does them with other animals. Sorry, go ahead.
As long as it's not stingrays, I think we're okay.
I think his father would have wanted him to give it another shot with the poor stingrays to help the stingrays out, yeah.
Interview with the stingray that killed Steve Irwin.
I don't think that stingray's alive.
No, huh? They live like
20 to 30 years.
20 to 30 years.
But this also happened, oh yeah, because this happened in 2000, I think 6 or 9.
It's been a while.
Yeah. So he, not only that, but he is also a part of the Wildlife Warriors, which is a organization, a nonprofit that him, his sister, and his mother have, that was founded by his mother and his father. And they're still advocating for global change, any sort of help for the world.
We love that. We're just sending a bunch of nature activists up there.
Actually, and I think especially since he is so young, he could advocate for, like, hey, the youngsters, we also can help.
I could see that.
Like, we're going to be here for...
We're going to be here longer than David.
No, not... Well, yes, in a way, yes. It's not that. It's he can advocate for the young people.
Yeah.
The middle people.
Like, help us preserve our earth, because we're still going to be here. We're the future of
tomorrow.
Like, if you don't wipe us out, we're still going to be here.
Exactly. So that's why I think he's a really good advocate in that aspect and in the environment. So sending him with the aliens, he'd be able to charm them with his beautiful personality that has won multiple awards, as well as his knowledge of the animals that has been passed down by his mother, his father, and his sister, and that he's still learning today.
That is so sweet. He seems like a sweet kid.
Yeah, he does. He's really cute too.
I would... Oh. Yeah, he looks a lot like his dad.
Yeah, he does.
Like copy paste.
Yeah.
He just needs to grow his hair out.
Yeah.
Those Prince Charming locks that Steve used to have.
Ah, yes.
I loved it.
But yeah. I think he is a great activist in that aspect.
I could see that.
So even if they were to wipe all the rest of the humans, they'll probably leave him because he's gonna know how to take care of them.
We'll just send both of them.
Yeah.
We'll send David and Robert.
No Americans.
There has to be some good Americans out there.
Maybe, but
we're all right. We're pretty cool.
Yeah.
I think if we were to go up to the alien race, I think we would shoot ourselves in the foot.
What would be our pitch?
Like, I don't know, man. It's kind of fucked down there. so much is going on.
We're gonna reverse psychology him then?
Yeah.
Like, hey guys, you know what? We're so bad. Like, we're so bad. Just wipe us out.
I don't know. Is that a good idea? What should we do? Should we put on a show for them?
I think.
Do a little dance.
Bring out Mama Mari.
Yeah, little dance.
We can.
Some fireworks. Maybe some sparklers.
Do we have the budget for that? Because I'm assuming we're going how we are now.
Would fireworks go off in space?
I don't think so.
No.
But I'm also thinking we're in a spaceship because if we don't have a suit or anything, how are we alive with them?
Oh, you know what? You're not wrong.
Unless they have some weird technology that they could stick in our noses or something.
Not the nose.
Well, that's where we breathe, or like our mouth or something of that sort.
Like a feeding tube?
Kind of, but just for air.
Okay.
I can see that being a thing.
I can see that.
Like an oxygen tank.
Maybe a little dance. Maybe we put on a rendition of Romeo and Juliet.
Who's Romeo and who's Juliet?
I don't know.
Paper, scissors, rock?
Well, that was a tie.
Well, we're both Juliet.
We're both Romeo. I'll be Romeo. I don't mind.
Be Romeo. Oh, Romeo.
think that's the only line I actually know from Romeo and Juliet.
That's also the only line.
No,
I
no,
know.
wait, is what art thou but something more than a rose?
Oh, you know more than I do.
I think
Mm.
something like that.
I read Romeo and Juliet. I just know they both stab each other at the end.
I don't think they stab each
No, not each
other.
other, but one harakiris himself, and the other one also.
Yeah,
Because the sadness.
it's a weird
Yeah,
it's a
it's a
weird
weird
play.
ending. And they have us learning this in
Maybe not Romeo and
education
Juliet then.
systems.
Maybe we put on a show of Hamilton.
Doesn't he cheat on his wife?
Maybe not Hamilton. You know what? We will just
We'll put our own show. It's
we'll
fine.
do an interpretive dance to the jellyfish song from
SpongeBob
SpongeBob.
specifically.
I think we might win them over with that, or they
I think
might
we'll be
just
able
send us
to.
back because they'll be like, "What?
Like,
What
why,
is
Larry?
this?
Why did you choose these two? Come on, Larry.
You couldn't have chosen David, Sir David."
Or Robert. You seriously? Seriously, man? Golly, bring them up. Throw those somewhere else.
Oh my God! And then I can meet David there.
I think call me crazy if they're throwing us out and then bringing David and Robert.
Yeah, on the way
I
out.
don't think we're going to see him on the way out.
Yeah.
They're probably going to let us out through the back door.
You don't think they'd let us out from where we came?
No.
You're that ashamed of our interpretive dance?
Not that. Do you dance? Like, really good to the point where aliens would be like, yeah.
I can groove.
Period.
I can groove
You
a little
can
bit.
Groove. That's, yeah, but can you
Do
dance,
the shopping cart,
dance?
the sprinkler, the disco.
Okay, so we're disco dancing.
Yeah. Like
Well,
that cheesy dancing in the 70s.
What if that's like the one thing they don't like, disco dancing?
Well, I guess we're going through the back door. With no air tubes this time.
Aw, man. Man. R.I.P.
All right.
Well, our last topic before we head out is love. Because of Valentine's 2 weeks ago.
Was it 2 weeks ago?
I think so.
It was a while ago.
Yeah.
More than a week.
Yeah, more than a week ago. It got me pondering on the idea. Love at first sight. Is it an actual thing? Is it not an actual thing? Can a relationship survive? Does a relationship need it? It's a lot of questions, but I'm here to answer them.
With our love expert, Miss Kelly, Dr. Kelly.
Yes,
sorry.
Thank you. Doctor last name.
Dr. Kelly. We'll go with Dr. Kelly.
So it is said that 60% of people experience it. However, there is no actual record of it because this is only from people who admit to it. So there's no actual data on it because love is very subjective.
I agree.
Most persons and most experts do agree that love at first sight is actually just a physical attraction, more of a lust, more of that instead of an actual feeling.
Okay.
What do you think? Before I dive deep into it.
Okay. Okay. I do have some ideas on this. I could see, I don't know if like love is like love at first sight specifically, like that exact phrase is real. I would say maybe it's just like a strong initial attraction to someone, or that I don't know. I feel like love itself develops over time. Like I don't think you could just love someone right away because you don't know like anything about them.
Okay.
But I do believe that you can be with someone for a long time after you have that strong initial like attraction to them. But I wouldn't say that like just by seeing them, I wouldn't say that just by seeing them was the reason why you're together that long, like for 50, 60 years. I wouldn't say that.
Okay. So, do you believe love can happen in multiple ways?
What do you mean?
Like friendship, family, romantic. Do you think that chemically speaking and hormonally they are the exact same?
No.
No,
like on a technicality scale, I would say they are different.
Okay,
because
so
like Like, I feel like with romantic partners, there's like
Mhm.
lust.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I don't know. I'm not.
Oh, no. I'd
I'm
hope
not out
not.
Not me personally.
I'd hope not.
It's not my taste.
Alabama-ing anything.
But
Okay.
yeah, I would say no, they're not the same.
Okay, so technically, sorry, scientists, correct me if I'm wrong. This is research at 2 a.m. But love itself is a combination, of course, of chemicals, hormones, and neurotransmitters. They're called dopamine, oxytocin, adrenaline, testosterone, estrogen, and vasopressin. I think I butchered that one up. Sorry.
That one sounded like aspirin.
No, it's a
You're just taking aspirin for love now.
kind of. So those are like the hormones that activate with your brain. The neurotransmitters specifically that you need are oxytocin, dopamine, and serotonin. Oxytocin is known as the love hormone because it promotes social bonding, trust, empathy, and intimacy. Of course, all of those are very subjective in a way. Intimacy can be described in multiple different ways, though. It could be intimacy
Like physical intimacy.
more in a romantic way, or it could be intimacy like homies, where it doesn't involve you physically doing anything.
Like just like a platonic.
Platonic thing. It can also happen with your children in a way.
Of course, that
Just not
familial love.
necessarily,
Yeah,
yeah.
like giving them hugs and stuff.
Yeah. So that's
Mhm.
why oxytocin, it's known as a love hormone because of that. So if you think about it, in a way that happens with everything.
Okay.
So now the next one, dopamine, which is the reward hormone. It triggers your feelings of pleasure, motivation, and excitement.
Yeah, like the positive stuff.
Yeah, the positive stuff, which that happens whenever love at first sight or love in general, that hormone also activates, or that neurotransmitter, sorry. And the last one would be serotonin, which that's your mood stabilizer, which that regulates your mood, your sleep, appetite, and digestion.
Oh, okay.
So if you think about it, all three of those can occur with everyone. If you think about it, like your friendships, your family members, in a relationship. I think it's more of a psychological thing where you'll think of them in a different way. Like, for example, your partner or your romantic interest, you will think about them a more physical way. Like, for
Okay.
example, coitus,
Okay.
hugging,
Even
kissing.
just like attraction, like
Uh-huh.
physical, like appearance, like what
Yeah,
you like what people say is like their type.
exactly. It's more of a psychological thing because technically you have all of those with every kind of love because you will always have that pleasure and that satisfaction, regardless if it's with a partner, with a friend, or with a family member.
And that's built over time.
Well, that can happen. That's the debate. Where some scientists do say that it can happen at first sight because of the next couple of other things, other chemicals that happen in your brain at the same time. And some of them say, no, not really. And this is because of the chemical noradrenaline.
Okay.
Sorry, guys, I'm butchering this up really bad.
You're doing great.
And this is your fight or flight, which this increases your heart rate and it gives you the sweaty palm feeling.
Oh, like when you have
So,
clammy hands, like at the
yeah,
movie theater, and then
yeah,
your little boyfriend in high school is like, should we hold hands?
yeah. So that your fight or flight, where you have a decision to make whether you hold his hand or whether you're not, because you're sweating.
Do you sweat?
I do
Like
sweat.
when you're nervous, do you like
Yes,
can you feel yourself sweating? Like
yes.
it's like a sharp pain.
I don't know if it's
Oh.
pain. You're over here hurting when you sweat. I am
Yeah.
concerned. You
That is
might need to go
like
to the doctor.
when you're embarrassed or something, like or like
It
you're
doesn't
nervous
hurt
and then
me.
like you feel like you're sweating, but it's like that sharp
I just get
like a
high.
sharp thing, like oh shit, like I'm sweating. Oh no.
No,
No?
no.
Yeah, me either.
Comment down below if you feel that. I am now interested.
Don't comment that, guys.
But bueno, there's also was dopamine, which that's your feel good. Like we said, it's your everything, your motivation, your excitement, your pleasure, which that also activates even more. And then I'm so sorry. I know I'm gonna butcher this up already.
Do you need help? Do you want me to help you with that one?
Yes.
What am I looking
This
at?
one.
Phenethylamine. Phenethylamine. I'm gonna say that.
Yes, thank you so much. Which that is when you're close to someone you like. hence the butterflies in your stomach. So this is more of like your digestive system. Like whenever you're close to your crush or like someone that you think is attractive,
Yeah, you get the little
the butterflies. So it's that, which these are all the feeling of the love type
Okay.
of chemicals that happen in your body. So the biggest, technically, if you think about it, love at first sight can occur if all these chemicals, hormones activate at the same time. And it doesn't necessarily have to be romantic, even with a friend, because this is a little also social experiment I conducted with 10 people.
Okay.
That I was able to ask, like, hey man, do you think love at first sight? What do you think? And
That sounded like love at first fight. I'm
sorry,
so sorry.
love at first sight. Also,
You're
mumble.
just
I'm
fighting
so
people.
sorry.
You look at someone, you love them, you're like, let's fight. Let me throw hands with you.
I mean, you can.
No.
Maybe don't. So, out of the 10, 5 said that, but no, love at first sight, no. That it's just a physical, it's a lust attraction, which it's not wrong. However, 5 of them said yes because you get the tunnel vision, you get the butterflies, you get the clammy hands just by looking at someone from across the bar, across the school, across the office.
Okay, like just seeing that person for the first time.
Yeah, just from the first time.
Mhm.
And it can also happen with a friendship where you look at them the first time, not necessarily like, oh my gosh, she's my best friend, but okay, I can see myself clicking with that person. They have nice style. They look like a pretty sweet person.
Okay, that's kind of how I felt about you when I saw you. I
Mm.
was like, I'm gonna get to know her.
No,
I'm gonna
actually,
ask her all of the personal questions our first time meeting and hope that she'll be like one of my best friends.
I won't lie. That's also kind of what I felt. I was a little intimidated because I kept on getting interrogated. But I mean, I guess it worked. I guess it worked.
I came in guns a blazing.
Very hot.
Very hot.
Very scary.
So spooky.
It was spooky.
So spooky.
Like, you had no reason at 9 a.m. asking, so do you have a boyfriend?
Tell me about your life. What are you
Yeah,
doing? What are you
yeah.
studying? What do you want to accomplish in your life?
At 9 a.m., guys.
It's okay, because now here we are, like 2 years later.
Talking about runner ducks and love.
Let's get back to that.
But yes.
So it could be like a friendship thing.
Yeah, or it could even be like a family member. Like, for example, your child. Yes, you bonded with them. They were in you. Or
You grow them.
yeah, you grow that baby. However, when you first see that child for the very first time, you will do anything for that child, no matter what.
Yeah, it's like that motherly, that
Yeah,
parental
that
instinct.
motherly instinct. Well, some people have it, some people don't.
Some people don't.
But that instant, you will do anything can be resorted back to love because all of the same chemicals, hormones are active, and even more because you just gave birth.
Okay.
So, in a way, if you think about it, love at first sight is a thing.
It's a thing.
Yeah. Now, the probability of it lasting, however,
That's
and
the
actually
question.
turning into a relationship is very low due to the immense standards and unrealistic expectations that you make.
Okay.
Because you see that person, you're like, oh my God, he is beautiful or she is beautiful. Like, I want to go meet her and this and that. And then you build this big, like, picture already in your brain in the first 5 minutes and you haven't even talked to the person. You didn't even know their name.
If someone were to tell you, like, the first time I saw you, I saw our wedding, how many kids we're going to have, all that stuff, would you be creeped out?
I'd be pretty creeped out. I'd also take into consideration where I'm at.
That makes sense. That makes sense.
Like, if, I don't know, I'd be a little creeped out though, I won't lie. I'd be like, oh, interesting. I saw us getting divorced. I saw us.
I got the house. I got the lake house.
Yeah, I got the dog. I got the cats.
I got the boat.
You got nothing. You got to send me a check now.
You got the divorce fees.
And I got the money. Sorry.
Oh, well, not anymore, but we won't get into that.
Yeah, not anymore. But so it's very low because of the high expectations that you have, as well as the initial infatuation that you have with the person. And this can also be with the friendship. You can build this amazing friendship the first time you see that person. Like, yes, I'm gonna click with her. I'm gonna go talk to her. I'm gonna get to know her a fuerzas because I know she's my friend. But you also haven't talked to this person. So when you go up to them, you get to know them a little better. It's when you truly know if you're going to make it or break it.
That makes sense.
And it could be something even your different beliefs. Religion plays into this, politics, morality, ethics, all of the little questions that you have to make. So that is why love at first sight really low. It's not zero. I mean, some relationships have made it 50, 60 years down the line and they're still together and stuff like that, but it is very low. It is very low.
Interesting. That was really insightful.
Thank you.
I feel like I've learned a lot today.
I also feel like I've learned a lot today.
I hope you guys learned a lot today.
I hope so too.
Well, thank you guys so much for tuning in to the very first episode of Wait, what were we talking about? I hope you guys had such a great time. We had so much fun filming this, even though it might have taken us a few tries. But you know what?
We finished it.
We finished it. It's great, and you're gonna hear more of us if you decide to listen.
Yeah.
And we hope that you guys had a few laughs, maybe no tears, and
hopefully not, except for the runner ducks and the stingrays. I understand. Yeah. I understand.
And David, if you're listening, I would love to meet you.
Yes, or send a cease and desist order.
Or send a cease and desist letter with your signature and a picture of yourself, please.
Please and thank you.
Or just a regular letter. Let's spread love.
Yeah, that's true. Some love. Positivity. But remember, guys, as well, stay away from runner ducks because they could be flesh pedestrians or aliens.
Let's remember that we'll be sending Robert Irwin or David Attenborough to vouch for us in our trials.
Hopefully they win. Please, best outfits, best everything. And also remember, love at first sight. We'll never know if it's actually a thing or not, but the probabilities of it lasting is low. So keep your heart safe.
Protect yourself.
Yeah, protect your peace.
Protect your peace and love fully.
And remember to also always spread kindness, just like Sir David and Robert would like.
Smile at someone today. Give them a high five.
Or just a simple hey.
Hope you're doing all right.
Yeah, no need to just walk next to someone and not say anything. Yeah,
that's kindness goes a long way.
And they'll come back because of karma.
Also, remember to tie your shoes or wear shoes with no laces so you don't trip.
Yeah, especially if the fate of humanity is in your hands, or if you're saying hi to someone, that would be pretty embarrassing if you're like mid-hey and you just fall to the floor.
Fall.
Yeah.
Like you're going in for a high five and you just miss because you fell because your shoe was untied.
Yeah, or if you're going to meet Sir David
or David.
Robert. Just actually no shoes. Well, maybe shoes without shoelaces that day.
Yeah. I think that's better than no shoes.
Yeah. No need. You don't want to risk it. You don't want to risk falling. Like, oh, hello, Sir David, and you just face plant.
Yeah, that wouldn't be great.
Although I think he would help you up with a big smile on his face. Like,
oh, sweetheart. I could see that.
Also, Robert.
We love David. All right. Well, we'll see you next time, guys.
Bye. Well, guys, that's the end of the episode. If you would like to give us any topics that you want to see us deep dive into or talk in one of our segments, feel free to reach us out, or if any feedback or anything of that sort that you would want to give us, you can find us on www.wetalkingaboutpodcast@gmail.com or wait, what were we talking about? On Instagram. We'd love to hear from you guys.
Let's introduce ourselves.
I think you need to say hi, hello, no? Like, or hello of some sort.
Oh, hello.
Hello.
How are you? How is thou?
How art thou?
I think we're British, girl. Those kids think we're British. Those accents. God, you're crazy. You're crazy for that one.
We like want to be British.
We want to be British. We get cancelled for saying that. The Brits are going to come after us.
That's why we got independence.